What? We're throwing them all back? 2 each? Oh, we are doing 2 each. Okay.
Joel,
You go.
Are we on? Hey, we're here. Madtown Double Down Final coming up. Craig Brown, Ty Vietnan, Joel Dietz on the controls. Got some curling, Leichter, Walker versus Burchard and Schneider. Let's curl. Let's rock. Practice stones right now.
All day.
Getting ready. Been a great weekend here in Madison.
It has. It's been a really good weekend so far.
Lots of good curling. Event sponsored by Leinenkugels and Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey.
Also, VoIP Defender, Modus Financial, Gruber Law, Steve's Curling Supplies, Black & Decker, and George Foreman Grill. Bringing all this stream and all this curling. And a nice purse, too. $6,500 US is going to the winner of this, 45 to the second place. It's pretty good.
It's great for mixed doubles spiel. It's great for any spiel. Whoa. Somebody took a spill over on sheet 6 in the club division, but everybody's okay. We got 2 different divisions going on in this bonspiel. We got the world division, which is basically the cash spiel. And then we've also got a recreational club spiel going on that had 22 teams, 4 events.
Miss Landsteiner's looking a little shaky coming out of the hack there.
Mrs. Landsteiner.
Mrs. Landsteiner. Yeah, she went after it last night. Definitely enjoying some of the stuff.
She sang some songs.
She did.
She karaoke'd. Chelsea's going to sit with us. Chelsea Carey, the one and only, straight out of Winnipeg by way of Calgary.
No.
Chels, what up?
Managed to blow that game, so I figured I'd lend some insight into this one.
I think you got to blame your partner.
Yeah, I'm going to blame him for sure.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, I mean, you always got to blame somebody. It's never your fault.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's part of skipping, right? So
Yeah.
I can translate that into doubles, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you take so much heat skipping, you got to be able to give it away in mixed doubles, right?
Yeah, it's easier with Colin because at least he plays for an end. He's used to getting blamed for everything. John's a little less used to that, I think, but he'll just have to deal with it.
John probably makes less mistakes per day than Colin does too, though. So
I don't know. Colin's pretty good for doubles. We've got a good thing going there, but he also sweeps all the rocks, so I can't really. I try not to get too mad at him because he sweeps all the rocks.
yeah, that's nice.
Well, we got measuring stones right now, or it is a draw shot for hammer.
No, it won't be. Monica, they'll get hammer because they were A-side.
Oh, okay. Just hanging out, throwing a couple of rocks, get a little bit used to what the ice is going to change from.
Well, they'll break it in a bit. We decided not to do it before our game, and it was a mistake because the ice was way different because we never got it. We never got the draw weight broken in the same way. So I don't recommend what we did, and obviously Shannon and Catlin would agree with me because they've now decided to throw them.
They suckered you into that good.
Yeah, they just baited us right into it.
Yeah.
Well, Shannon Bouchard is going to start us off on the first end of the Madtown Double Down Final. Brought to you by Leinenkugels and Fireball. What do you think? Why wouldn't you start with power play? Just get it off right away.
I have actually thought about that before. And if you had 2, it probably isn't a bad idea. Like if they add a second one.
Oh, yeah.
Then I actually think it's probably a good idea.
It does add a fun dynamic to the game, and it really can
Out or what?
save you
Yeah.
when you down by a few.
Well, and that's why people save it usually. So if you use it in the first end and then you end up 3 or 4 down, then you would want it then. But but if you score 2 or 3 in the first end, then you're in a good spot that way too.
It's like curly.
We got some room right now.
A little light.
Okay, line's good. Yep. Line's really nice. Got to curl if you can.
We're only going to be playing
wow.
4 ends in this game.
Carried for forever.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
It seems like a mutual agreement
No,
out
it
there.
probably took.
I think there's some airline
Seems quick
scheduling problems
Was it
here
13-9?
that could
Okay.
not be fixed. So
It's good.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of people heading up to Duluth, Thunder Bay, getting ready for the Slam this weekend. So
Yeah, most of us are going straight to Thunder Bay. Well, straight to. usually
14
byway.
airports.
Yeah, in my situation, I have I think 2 or
Yeah, I
3
think it's
stops
all
on
there.
my way there.
Jeez.
I could drive there faster than that. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are choosing to drive there because, and had I thought about it,
It's an 8-hour drive.
Yeah, and I'm at least 8 hours worth of flights
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus.
Can't go.
Yep.
so there you go. We got a 4-end final. All the more reason to throw the power play at him in the first end.
Yeah.
That for sure. If you, I mean,
Yeah.
4 end games aren't exactly traditional,
Get on
but
hers.
if you're ever going to do it, a 4 end game seems like the right time.
What?
Yeah. And
Get on hers.
it's probably my
Like a
favorite part
13-1.
just because we're obnoxious about
You
it.
need like a 14-2
Yeah.
or
You
14
doing full
and a half,
sound
you could
effects
probably
again
drive.
We
today?
got
Oh,
sound
yeah.
effects. They're better than they were.
Oh, good.
We just got to work on a graphic.
There's a massive air ball by John Landsteiner over on sheet 3.
I saw
I
that
had it a
too.
little too much.
The guy plays lead for a reason. He
Mine's
does
good.
not
Looks like a
throw
lot, though.
big weight in-offs.
Starting to
Uh-oh.
curl.
And he's wrong-handed.
And he throws with the wrong hand.
She can
Joel
do
is
it.
also wrong-handed.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
can
go
sweep,
straight.
though.
He can sweep, though.
Thank you.
All right, bumping some stuff around on the 4-foot. So do you get greedy here? Do you just take a couple and, since it's only 4 ends, go for the big stuff right away?
Yeah. Step on their throat right away in the first end.
Little freeze tap on the nose.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
the 0 should tap a little bit, right? Inside edge.
Yeah, I think honestly throw the same weight I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
So 95, 0 is still probably okay.
I like that. Yep.
Hair inside the
Yep.
edge.
What are you looking to do, Craig? Just bump some stuff around on the 4-foot?
Wait
Plenty
for
of
Yeah.
room. Plenty of room.
Sounds that way.
They talked about straight
light.
freeze, I
Close.
think, but I think if you could ever unlock that, it would be a better situation. You're a
Hard
couple
mark.
shots away from being able to remove that yellow rock if you're
My
red
son,
here.
my son.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got to move it around a little bit.
If you wrecked the guard, that's okay. Roll it off. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Miss Monica being very nice,
Yeah.
saying that's fine.
I
I
think
think.
so.
She's been living in Minnesota too long
You
now.
can
Yeah.
see that sweeping weight.
Is he in better or no? If I can get there with the out, I'd rather play that.
Yeah.
I think that ideally
Just
she
you,
would.
you need sweeping weight to be able to finish it. I don't think it'll go on its.
What's that?
Just like 3 feet less.
Okay.
I think ideally Walker liked her there. They would have bumped that thing with like back line or so. What do you think?
Yeah,
Chels?
I agree. I was surprised that they were even talking about a straight freeze. I'd have thrown a little bit of weight at that. You got to move those reds behind it or else you're never going to be able to get it out of there.
Right.
Okay, line's good.
And if you didn't have the hammer, then it wouldn't be so bad because you've got a force going on here.
got
But
room right
with the
now.
hammer, you
Gotta
want
curl a
to at least be able to score, and I'm not seeing how they're going to score right now.
Well. Yep, yeah, hard finish. If you can.
Well, he was conducting that rock pretty well.
No,
What
he
did you
did.
say?
Yeah. He engineered that right into the 4-foot.
Yep, just falling right down the tracks.
14-2.
Chelsea, I don't know if you know this, but Catlin is a
Train engineer.
engineer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
So
I thought he was a farmer the other day, but
he
Yeah.
was a farmer the other day, and
And
then
then-
we learned he was an engineer, and so we're going with
With
train.
train engineer.
okay, that seems about right.
You're
No,
hitting
it's
it
right.
here, I think.
Just give me.
Okay.
I think
So we
that's-
just try to
that's
use as many
zero.
puns
Yep.
as possible.
All the puns.
All the puns.
If you have any train puns, just
Yeah.
fire away.
Yeah, I'll give that some thought. The only challenge with where that ended up for Burchard Schneider is that this run back is there to kill both those yellows now.
Yeah, it'll move the red a little bit, but
yeah,
the two is...
You lose probably at least one of your own reds, but at this point, that's a huge
they're-
win. If you open up the forfeit altogether and you can find a way to score, that's all you're looking at the way this end has started out for them.
Is this Leichter's second or third?
Second, I think.
A little narrow. Didn't quite get that raise that they were looking for. Gives Burchard a little bit more coverage.
That sit right there.
Well, and now the challenge for Walker
I like that.
is that they'll be running
Move it here.
they'll be running the
Get a
wrong
little
color
bit
rock in there. It was a lot more pleasant to look at when you were running your rock into it, and
I think
that
same
won't
weight
be
you
the
just
case
threw.
anymore.
Right.
Yeah, you got to run a run triple
Yeah.
pretty much now.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if I hit nose, that's okay too.
Yeah.
As long as I move it a
Who's
little
sitting
bit.
second count over there, Ty? Is that red?
Looks like red to me.
I agree.
How deep are they going to bring this? Are they going to tap that front one a little bit, or are they trying to get across the face on the left side of the button?
I'm not sure. I'm a little surprised they're not just throwing a guard.
Yeah, you gotta go line a bit. Okay, you're okay. Easy.
It's good.
Stay close. Whoa. Yeah.
It's really good.
My
Yep.
guess would be that he's trying to get across
Yep.
the face of it.
Yeah.
Get
Hard.
second shot.
Pop. Whoa.
Just off nose.
That's pretty good.
Straighten things up a little bit. I don't know what. Was there much benefit on that?
I don't think so. I think they needed to get across that more to give themselves. If you get second shot and you roll that another,
Yeah.
if you roll it another like
just
half
not-
rock, you end up second
all.
shot and
Yeah.
stacked on those
Wait.
back reds, and that would have been ideal. But
Firm, I think, or
I don't
Pia?
think it hurt them, but I'm not sure it helps
or
them
firm?
all that much either.
No.
And yeah, the double is definitely
Touch on
not
that.
as set up as well as it was prior to them throwing it.
Yeah, that's true.
But it didn't really give them much going forward, I don't think.
No, they pretty much got to feather this guard to get to the right spot.
Yeah, the double's still really hard. It was.
Oh, yeah.
It was queued up a little better before when you could see more of it. That's why I thought they might just guard it.
They're concerned maybe with if they would have thrown a guard is if they missed that guard by over curling a little bit, then
Yep.
they got the double to sit two back there.
Yeah, you
Yep.
couldn't over curl it for sure if you were going to throw it.
Yep. Whoa. Good shot.
Great shot.
That's a great shot.
Yep, just squeezed by that guard.
Nice shot.
Alex Leichter from Boston. He's all excited because the Red Sox won the World Series and he got to go to the
No,
last two
that-
games in Los Angeles.
Like there.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Just beating the Dodgers in general is pretty cool.
Okay.
I just hope Manny Machado was upset.
Yeah, I feel bad for that guy. Served him right. Striking out in horrible fashion to end the series.
Go like really hard. A bit. Hit the hair high.
Chelsea, you got a favorite baseball team?
Where are you gonna?
Blue Jays, baby.
Of course.
Of course.
Obviously. I actually like the Red Sox too, but
That was a
the-
silly question of me to
expect-
ask.
Come
I'm
up just a
Canadian, so
hair, yeah.
the Jays are my team.
I'm throwing peel, right? Yep.
Yeah, they've been not really winning things.
Yeah, they
They had a few
showed
good
signs
years.
of it. Yeah, they showed signs of it for a couple years there, but this year was pretty
Close.
painful to watch.
Well, and then they got rid of Bautista.
Cross.
They
Yep.
kind of then they cleared house at the end of this season.
Yeah.
Didn't really get a whole lot back, so I'm not loving their chances next year.
It was a decent shot. Got a little too thick. The front one just kind of sliding over. It is hidden for Walker.
Tough. Hard to call that angle from back there.
So she's going to have an open hit for two.
This went from I was thinking they were gonna not have a shot to score to an open hit for two.
I think I agree with you. I like the guard. couple shots ago when they decided to go in. That was really the turning point of this whole end.
Well, and a great shot made back.
Right.
That double's not easy. You had to squeak the guard, but once that's made, it's game over. We're like, make them make a 15-foot run back instead.
Yeah.
And again, they're running the wrong color in, so if they stuff it in there, then it's a yellow rock.
Never.
Heavy board.
Nope.
We have the catcher.
Whoa.
Monica
Clean.
Walker,
Yep.
also from Boston
Yep.
originally,
Yep.
currently lives in the Twin Cities.
Thinking neither of them will be very popular around 7:30 tonight when that football game starts.
No.
Nope.
Nope. I think they're trying
They're
to get
not
out of-
popular right now either.
Fair enough.
You know what? I don't need them. Don't need their... No, I'll stop.
You played our curling, now get. Go on, now get. So 2 for Walker after 1 over Richard at the Madtown Double Down in Madison,
Oh,
Wisconsin.
guys, guess what's happening?
Oh, it's a power play.
Power play.
Power play.
We're driving.
Power play.
Power play.
Power play.
You were not lying when you said you were obnoxious about it.
No, yeah. We love it.
Obnoxious.
They're like, why? Like the travel time, like in total. is gonna
None
be
of
so
you have
insane.
ever been obnoxious in your life as I look down the table here.
Yep. Nope, that doesn't happen. So after the first end, Walker is up 2-0 over Bouchard. Madtown Double Down brought to you by Lana Kugel's Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Teams brought to you by the Malt House and Angelo's Italian in Winona and McFarland. VoIP Defender, Modus Financial, Gruber Law, Steve's Curling Supplies, Black & Decker, and the George Foreman Grill. All right, so now that the power play is set up, power play.
Yep.
Power play. Power play.
Whoa. Yep.
Looks like a little heavy. Looking to just kind of clear it over a little bit. Looks like they're going to be too much.
That one's going to sweep that right out of play. Put it back.
We know where it goes.
What's the rule in mixed doubles for how many rocks until you can hit stuff?
Fourth thrown rock.
The fourth thrown rock. I should have done some research, but I just...
Want to go around?
I
Yeah.
still,
I'm not
I
getting
still
paid.
have to look at it every time. Are we allowed to hit yet?
Should be the curling side. I would
Well, it changed.
Yeah.
I mean, the game of mixed
like
doubles
edge,
keeps
yeah.
changing. It's evolving a lot. It's young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's very different, right? Like we're used to the free guard zones. We know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Although now with 5 rock, I see people doing that all the time too. They turn around and count.
Yep.
Got lots of
There's a
room,
lot
you
of
know.
pointing and
Looks okay
counting
for
all over
me.
the place a lot.
Exactly.
It's not bad.
Got a curl right.
Go deep.
It's, starting to, yeah, go it. Looks all easy, Catlin. Easy. Yep, straight. Whoa.
Good, Chan. Good shot. Good girl. Pretty good there, Hank.
Plan B, but it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good spot for it. Sneaky.
75.
Shannon Burchard is an administrative assistant at, I forgot the name of the Ford dealership.
Just inside of
A Ford dealership in Winnipeg. Get your Fords.
Easy half.
Call Shannon.
At a Ford dealership in Winnipeg.
Yeah, darn.
Something City. I just can't remember. I think City is part of the name. All right, Alex Leichter's first stone.
She's got a biology degree.
She does. We were pretty close with the
Whoa.
neuroscience master's degree. We're really close with that.
Yeah.
Hard. Hard.
A lot of nose on that one.
Actually, probably needed to curl a hair.
We can
Yeah.
hit now, so.
I think they were still hoping for the split, and they should have given up on it and played for the straight back at the end there.
Yeah, he was never rolling, so I think if he did exactly that, but it curled an inch
Like
more
I
and he
think
hit
14
that,
and a half is good.
raised that red onto the nose of the yellow and stayed buried, it would be pretty good. But if you can ever get under here for Burchard Schneider, you're in real good shape.
I think he's just throwing straight draw under there. He's not even really trying to bump him. Maybe wick off of it a little bit.
Yeah,
Mine's
as long
good.
as you, I think you want to push it back a little bit, but you don't have to kill
Stay
it
close.
yet.
Stay close. Here it goes. Yep. Yep. The line.
Little tap.
Okay, well, yep. Hard fan nose. Hard.
Oh, just
Hard.
a nose freeze.
Hard.
Is the call.
Hard.
It's not bad. Got a little bounce on towards the guard. But still, from the hack, probably got at least three-quarter.
I think I would have let that curl.
I agree. Once you're,
Yeah, I
once you're
would've
past
let
the
it-
nose, you could have just almost
The
carved
problem
it.
is does the yellow then
Switch
just roll
and
right
go
on
and try to
first?
get your shooter buried. I think that's what I would have called in the first place, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah. Maybe even
So
just
you're
straight
saying,
draw
like,
under, but
Stuff it and roll.
Like with that weight, if he hits an inch less of that,
You think it's more
he's
important?
buried, and this one's more. The red rock's more in the open.
Yeah.
You got a wide open hit to sit for potentially at some point, and you they can't access any of your rocks under that
You're
guard.
going for it, you're
Yep.
going for it.
It might be the triple.
All right, I like it. Let's do it. Deal?
River City Ford.
River City.
River
City
City
Ford.
Ford.
If I hang when you jam, I'm a red one.
Yeah.
Winnipeg's a river city, so that makes sense.
Yep. We could take notes, but I'm still pretty hungover, and I'm not going to try that hard.
What's the name of the river in Winnipeg?
There's two, the Assiniboine and the Red. They cross in the middle of Winnipeg, and that's where the city was founded on. It was based on the fur trade, so that where the rivers met was the kind of the fur trade center of the world.
So is there still much French going on up there?
Yeah, I actually lived when I was still living back home. When I bought my first condo, I lived in St. Boniface, which is the largest French-speaking community west of Quebec in Canada.
Yeah.
No kidding.
That's
Okay.
that's your information from this game. That's some
It-
trivia stuff right
So
there.
yeah, your Winnipeg trivia for the game.
Now, is that different than St. Vital, or is the St. Vital club in St. Boniface, or is it totally separate areas?
Two
of town?
different areas of town.
give you a
Yeah,
little
St.
bit more.
Boniface is basically just
I
east
really
of downtown,
forgot.
and St. Vital is south central.
Okay.
Like I turned that one in a bit.
Well, that's exciting.
That is.
It just goes. Mine went too. It was heavy and it got fully buried. So
I'm not sure I expected to be
okay.
spewing Winnipeg trivia during this game, but
Uh,
I'm happy.
we never know what's going to
You know,
happen during
that's
our
true.
streams.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why I thought I knew what was going to
Okay, mine's
happen
good.
with
Wait for it
again
right now.
with looking down the table at who's beside me here.
No.
Okay, there it's going now.
Pretty good.
Got a little bit of room.
You got anybody joining
Got a
in on
girl
the chat,
right now.
Joel?
Wait, it'll go.
No. Come on. Craig wants to answer some questions.
Over there.
You got some questions for Chelsea. We'll read them out, and you may or may not get an answer. But we'll answer it with
We'll
something.
answer
boy.
for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably won't let you guys do that, but we'll see.
We don't have to be.
We'll unplug your mic.
Yep. You don't
I guess I
have a
should-
choice.
Yeah, I shouldn't mess with the sound guys, right?
I won't. I don't know how to do it, but they
Yeah.
do.
If we're on node, we can.
Um,
Because all that does is push.
I like that
push
shot.
off.
That was a good
That was
freeze.
a really good
yeah,
freeze.
bump isn't terrible, but-
As
So
long as it's node.
Right.
It's not good if it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
do a little bump, jostle it around a little bit, hopefully, or do you corner freeze?
Yeah, a little freeze bump right there in that pocket is good, because that will eliminate two of the stones, even if you're not shot rock.
Liked his last stone for this end.
You just can't. You got to make sure you get to at least to the nose. If you hang out in
lot.
the center line side,
It's got to move a lot.
then yellow can sit 4.
Here it goes. Whoa, easy, Monica.
Whoa, it's got a girl.
Wait, only lines get.
Okay.
Well, not quite the line that they were looking for on it,
You want to play board? Even if you
but it
just
did unlock
do
it
that,
from that
like-
one on the back 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a real great result here though,
You
because
like
I'm.
board, though?
Let's hear what they have to say, I guess.
No, it just creates.
half get it? No, probably not. I gotta hit a little thinner than
A
half.
little thin.
Do I just play peel and get rid of both? Instead of getting cute with it?
Yeah, I'm
I don't know if I can stick and get both.
Yeah.
I don't think I can. With control,
I think we want
to
to kill this one for sure. So yeah.
peel?
Yeah.
All right, so they're gonna just peel and try and clear them both.
It's more exciting that way for us.
It is exciting. I think I kind of like throwing it soft and rolling the other way and bumping the yellow one that is second or third count out of the way. And then you'll sit right in front of the other red one, and red would have a really hard time getting you out.
Yep.
But Catlin's electing to try for the double and clear both of them out and sit 3.
It is staying pretty straight.
Oh, someone sweep it!
You got it.
Nice shot.
Good shot. Now, how much can she see of that there, Joel?
And like, I can't see enough of this one to choose that double.
There's your
That's
answer.
what I thought you were talking about.
Solid.
Firm?
Yeah. Maybe a touch more. Yeah. Even a little more.
So, got about a third of the top one. You can see 2/3, 3/4 of the one that's shot rock. So, you think they're going to throw this just because they have no idea what the draw weight is?
No, I think they're going to try to make the double. Because they don't have the hammer, right? They're going to try to
Yeah.
make the
Yeah.
double and hold Catlin and Shannon to 2.
It's a tough double, though.
There's
I'm not sure if you can see enough.
Is it
to-
on a guard?
Sweep, if you can.
It's not really a great place
It's
to
on the
draw
ground.
either, though, I don't think.
No. Oh,
That thing was rubbing dust off that guard.
well, there you go. I think we're going to get another
You want to throw this in turn?
think
That
power
we just, that we
play.
know the
Ah,
yeah?
I think.
Power play.
Power
Power play.
Probably.
Yeah, that's just a hunch. Mostly just so we
I
can
think you
say
can get
power play a
15
bunch of
there.
times.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's a hidden agenda on that one.
I won't give you that. I won't make you die.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't prefer that, but. What are you going to take? Probably.
I'm
center
taking edge of the
line's
button, I think.
Just checking out my
I'm not
important
gonna, I
stuff,
don't think I
my
need
fantasy
center. I don't
football
want to have to
team.
worry
Sure,
about.
yeah.
Priorities
Yeah.
right in line.
Not going well.
Not going well.
Not going well. I got a Snapchat from Jamie Corab.
Uh-oh.
It's not going to be good.
Mine's good.
Schneider's going hard. I think he's going to be able to carry this one in, though.
I think it'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
okay, but she did tell him in the hack that she wasn't going to make
Yeah,
him die.
and
so
then
I
she
feel like-
kind of did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he was sweeping that thing like a freight train, so we brought it
When I
down.
sat in the hack, I'm like, yeah, like I could probably throw it close to a 15, but I won't make you sweep so much.
Yeah, that's called a lie.
That's a lie.
It's a lie.
Total lie.
Shame on them.
I know.
So Burchard gets
I'm
their
like,
3
oh.
after the second end, brings the score to 3-2 over Walker. At the Madtown Double Down, brought to you by Line of Kugels and Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey.
I know.
VoIP Defender, Modus Financial, Gruber Law, Steve's Curling, Supply. Oh, and, well, Black & Decker as well. But it looks like Walker has elected to use their power play.
The what?
The power play.
Say what?
Yeah.
There we go. Power play!
Limit to 2 and then we got hammer. Coming home. Yeah.
Chelsea, let me hear your power play.
I think you guys have done
Power
plenty.
play.
Oh,
Everyone.
come on. Let's hear your go. This is the last chance
Okay,
of the whole
ready?
weekend.
Yeah, this is the last one. We're going to do it again. Ready? Power play. Power play.
It's okay right now. You got room.
It's
the
power play.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Curl. Yep. Hard street. Yep.
So this is a
Hard.
4-end game they have elected due
Hard.
to flight
Hard.
scheduling issues.
Chelsea, do you know what curling club Shannon Burchard plays out of in Winnipeg?
That's a good question. I actually do not know.
One of the 40 curling clubs there.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not exactly a narrow selection in
No.
Winnipeg.
You like
What
right
club
under?
did you play out of when you lived in Winnipeg?
Mostly
Either
Fort
that or
Rouge,
Freeze, so that when they
but
just
I
throw-
think most of the top teams played out of the Granite now. They've switched around a little bit. I grew up at the Granite. That's where my dad played out of. So the waitresses were my babysitters when I was a kid. So it's my I have a soft spot for the Granite for sure. It's very nostalgic for me.
Gotcha.
Craig, which curling club did you come out of?
I think it's good.
Madison Curling
The
Club.
Madison curling. You played out of the old one though.
The
Gotta
old
go.
Madison Curling
Don't want
Club.
to.
Yeah.
I've been to the Granite Curling Club in
Okay, line's
Winnipeg.
good.
Play an event there.
Nice place. 9 sheets.
Yeah,
Kind of a
okay.
weird number of sheets.
That's a weird number.
9 sheets. Well, it originally wasn't. They originally curled on the river. It's the oldest curling club, second oldest in Canada, I think. Certainly oldest in Winnipeg. And there were no
Where do we
sheets
ever
inside the
depart?
building. It was just a clubhouse, and they played on the river.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how it started in Galesville.
Probably
Used to play it on Lake Marinuka.
All right.
Yep. And now it doesn't exist anymore.
The lake hardly exists.
Yeah. It's about 3 feet deep in the middle.
What?
What'd you get on hers?
Oh, I cleared it. But it looks pretty good here.
She's not helping Catlin out very much right now. Losing the reference of the time, making him sweep the whole way. She said she wouldn't.
You got room right now.
It's good.
Starting to go.
Maybe she had too
Gotta
much
curl still.
fireball last night, and
Gotta
she's
get foot line.
just kind of falling apart now.
Yeah, I think if anybody did, it was Catlin.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
He was,
yeah.
he was going after it.
I can basically guarantee that that's true.
Ew.
Breaks.
He was destroying the mic, though, in
Was he?
karaoke.
I missed all
Not
that.
bad, actually.
I'm only going to have to come down next year then and do it again.
Oh, I suppose I can just make that work.
Yep.
And I remember about her, so it's
I don't think there's any good roll over there, right? So
We could go
Well, how do you think they're doing on the power play right now?
I think they just go right on top.
It was not looking great for Red, but that
But yeah, I don't
draw
think
going a little too far helps them out.
Oh, yeah.
puts us up 1 in the last.
Yeah. Hey, all we gotta do is steal.
What was the old Madison Curling Club like? Question we got there.
Oh, thanks for the question. It was a 4-sheet curling club. We had posts down the middle, in between 2 and 3. It had lots of character.
Control.
It had tons of character. It was
Yeah.
nice. It had a unique smell. I can still imagine the smell if I close my eyes. It wasn't bad, but it was just
Musty?
different. A little musty. Smelled a little bit like
Like your old uncle or something?
stale beer and cigarettes.
I think any old curling club probably smells like that.
Yeah. It was good though.
Lots of yellow walls.
Sheet 1 was a doozy.
Yep.
Doozy.
Coming home, anyways.
Yep. Keep on the nose.
It was great. I loved that place. That's where I grew up. We didn't have waitresses though, so we just entertained ourselves. We just ran around like crazy kids, and
Well, your parents were curling.
while
you
my
just-
parents were
yeah.
curling. Yeah.
Then we're just laying it down.
Like pretty thick, eh? 2/3.
Short hit and roll there. Let's see, they can get 2. Is that what they're going for?
Yeah, I think he's trying the double.
Feels like a little too much ice for me, no? Or is it pretty close?
Sorry?
Maybe a hair too much ice?
Okay.
We got to hit half rock.
Yeah, 2/3 probably.
It
Somewhere
was
in
pretty
there.
flat.
I think you get it with half, but you might spill your shooter back.
Well, that thing's coming down like a freight train.
Yeah, there's no shortage of weight there.
Go, 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 go.
That'll work.
That's a good push. Gets it right to the back of the ring, sitting 1-2.
Might leave him a double though.
This. But if you get this, it's great.
What kind of weight?
I like easy weight. Same weight you just threw.
Heard Catlin say it had to curl a hair more. He hit half.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
He
what
was
if
trying to hit
it's fair?
2/3, so
Okay.
just that's why it spilled back. Shooter spilled back through the middle there, and unfortunately for them into the open.
Lost a lot of the momentum on it.
Yeah, if it just stuffed and sat there behind the corner guard, which it would have done if he hit it a little thicker, it would have been a better situation for Schneider.
How many different curling clubs do you think you played in, Craig? At least 12?
Yeah, more than 12. I counted it up, and I don't know if I have the exact number, but it's about 140, I think, the last time I counted.
Close.
Chelsea, you got to be up there.
Yeah, I would think it's at least
Yeah,
that.
at least that.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Go, Monica, go. Go.
Great shot by Leichter.
Just didn't quite
Good.
squeeze that
Yeah.
yellow out of there.
No. Looks like that one's at number 2.
I think
Yeah,
so.
Just another inch or two, and it would have been really great. Still a good shot. Couldn't have done a whole lot better with. I mean, if he throws it much harder, he's gonna maybe spill his shooter out into the open on the other side of the guard. It was a good effort.
So what slam's going on next weekend up in Thunder Bay?
It is the Tour Challenge.
Yep. So there's 2 divisions.
Correct.
Line's good.
Premiers, was
Stay
it
close.
15?
Yep, going now.
15 per?
Yeah, 15 in each.
Yep.
15
Okay.
men, 15
Yep,
women in
hard
each.
for line.
So 30, so 60
Hard.
teams total.
Hard, never off. Hard, keep going. Hard.
Thunder Bay is a pretty fun town.
It's a good town.
Hard for third.
There's a lot of people, they like to come to Duluth, though, and buy all their beer and then head back to Canada.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper there.
Heard a lot of good stories about the Super Bowl spiel that they do, the men's spiel they do up there.
Oh, I haven't heard about that one.
I think they,
Super Bowl or Grey Cup spiel?
I don't know, whatever spiel's going on during the NFL Super Bowl, they always do a big spiel for it.
Okay. They have a Grey Cup bond spiel, too, that I've seen signs for, but
I think that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you get there? Like mid-8?
And I'll throw it to sweep, right?
Yep.
Well, the power play is getting used. There's a lot of stuff hide behind it.
I think so.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, it came up a little late there
I'll
for
try to throw it
Catlin,
out of my hand.
but he swept it
That's fine.
at least for second shot.
95-0.
So it's out counting that back red.
Yeah.
That's the good news. Obviously, they would have liked that to be shot stone, but if that's any shorter, you bring a 3 or a 4 into play
95-0.
here.
Yeah, this is a fresh path, but it should be nice still. Similar to the inside out we were throwing last.
Honestly, we haven't bumped.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll let you think about this one for a minute, but of all the curling clubs you've ever played in that is not your home club or has never been your home club, what's your favorite?
I don't
How's the
actually
hair
have to
tight?
think about that at all.
How's the weight?
Lausanne,
See?
Switzerland
Little
is the
light.
most beautiful curling club I've
Yeah,
ever
the
seen in
inside.
my life. It's on the 3rd floor of a marina. And on the end sheet, it's a total wall of windows looking out at Lake Geneva and across to a casino town in France on the other side. It is the most spectacular view I've maybe ever seen, period, never mind from a sheet of a curling club.
Yeah, I was there about 5 months ago, and they were thawing out the ice when I went in there.
Oh,
so, yeah, it's. I don't think there's much better location ever for a curling club.
No curling club will ever top that one, I don't think.
I would agree. I've been there as well. My favorite, I'm going to go on the total opposite end of the spectrum.
Just make sure we make it go in.
West St. Paul,
West St. Paul. Yeah, that's-
north suburb of Winnipeg. Like you look out the back
Honestly,
door and
throw
it's
it-
farm,
Throw it almost
or
right-
it's just
like right in
open
center,
field all the way to
inside center. Center might
North
get it.
Pole.
Okay.
Just feels like what a curling club is supposed to feel like to
Yep.
me.
That's fair. It definitely is that if that's how you're ranking them.
I think my favorite's got to be
They got
the
that in.
Mapleton Curling
Yeah.
Club, the Heather Curling Club in
Really
Mapleton. The ice is terrible. The building shrinks and it just makes the ice go all over the place. You can't get on the wall on sheet 4. It's impossible to throw over there. You got to curl it at the wall and it ends up on the other side of the sheet.
That's what I've never had that in a curling club, but I played in that Hollywood Blockbuster spiel a couple
Oh,
years
yeah,
ago.
in the straight up arena ice.
Yeah, and I went to throw an intern draw.
Ah,
I wanted to throw
Oh,
an
is she going to
intern
gas
draw.
this? She is.
She is. Get the judge out.
Gonna be a draw for 3.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a draw.
Monica wanted to play the thin. the thin.
The thin 12-foot double.
12-foot double for 4 instead of the open draw to the house.
This pass should be good.
I have a story about Mapleton.
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna play that.
I'll wait till the next
That's
time.
what you're talking about?
Yep. Yep, I was just on the wrong
Keep
side.
us in
Just like the
suspense.
edge.
Yep.
There's a big shot here. I don't want to.
Home of John Landsteiner.
Yeah.
95.
Olympic gold medalist John Landsteiner.
John Landsteiner is Mapleton.
Olympic gold medalist, rec division this weekend.
Yeah. Playing in the final
And Joel's
of the rec
parents.
division. Right now,
so.
he's tied up
It's a
after
little out there.
3.
You're gonna have to go probably. Yeah, it's running. It's running. Can't hurt it really.
We got about 10, 11 feet to play with.
Yep.
Alex
Yeah.
will get this one there. Count 'em up.
Come up.
1, 2,
2, 3. Uno, dos, tres.
1, 2, 3.
Un, deux, trois.
Yeah, just a little shade.
You know any other foreign languages? Can you count to 3, Chelsea, in any other language?
No, French was my only chance there.
Oh,
I
we
used to be
ruined
able
it.
to in Ukrainian when I was a kid, but I couldn't do it anymore.
All right, so after 3 ends in the Madtown Double Down final, Walker scores 3, goes up 5-2-3 over Bouchard. And I'm pretty sure this is the last end we got here.
Coming home.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Madtown Double Down brought to you by Line of Kugels, Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey, Modus Financial, VoIP Defender, Gruber Law, Steve's Curling Supplies, Black & Decker George Foreman Grill, The Malt House, and Angelo's. So so let's hear some good stuff about Mapleton.
My Mapleton story. I was playing in the Minnesota State Junior Championship.
You're from Madison though, right?
I know, but I played out of Minnesota 1 year, 2 years. And I was on sheet 4, the sheet that you were just speaking of.
Yes.
And you could put the broom on the wall side, edge of the 8-foot, and draw the button. Perfect 4 feet of curl right to the lid. You could put the broom on the edge of the 8-foot. Then on the other side, the opposite edge of the 8-foot,
Yeah.
and throw the out turn. And it
Mhm.
would fall perfectly 4 feet right
Yep.
to the button. So no matter what, anywhere from, you could put the broom in any spot within an 8-foot range and throw the out turn draw
As
and,
long- as
and
long as you
cover the
stick with
hole.
out turns, you're good.
Yep.
And we were playing against some younger guys, and we figured this out right away. So they threw a center guard. We threw an out turn draw around it like you normally would with our first rock. And then they came up light on their attempted freeze. So then I threw the out turn draw and fell behind the guard and froze on top of it with the second one, and we just absolutely blew their mind. And
I've-
that was the first end of the game, and that was about the end of it.
Mine's good.
That's the best part about playing at clubs like that, because you can literally play anything that goes wrong. You can play on any ice.
Yeah, you learn pretty quick. I remember playing in a charity event in Toronto where they almost lost the ice, and
Not yet.
I was playing against John Epping, and it was like a pro-am, so we had random teams. And I figured out basically the first shot that it was the same thing. It was super slanted, so you literally couldn't make a draw to the button with one of the turns.
No.
So I just guarded the other side. We went in, they went short, and I didn't even guard my rock because you couldn't throw a hit.
Yeah, you could.
I just
it
guarded.
was a waste of time to throw a guard.
Yeah, I just guarded like the side of the button, left my rock wide open, and they tried to hit it for 8 shots that end and never once touched it. They were nosing the guard at points and before they started sweeping it, and then it would fall across the face and miss it by a foot on the other side. It was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Burchard put a good one right on the. Or no, it was that. Yeah, that's Burchard's team threw one perfectly right on the lid. We got some questions.
Yes.
Are there any bond spills on rivers and lakes still? Sometimes there's I know in the States they do it when they can. Our
There's
winters
one
have
in
been.
Winnipeg. It's called the Ironman Spiel. They do it every year in January, February, something like that. I've never been to it, but they play it on the river.
Yep. I know that in Scotland they still do it sometimes.
They play in Bemidji during Winterfest.
I think that rock's closed.
Oh, okay.
I actually think there was one in Russia too, right near Red Square in Moscow that they had outside.
That was outside, but it was
Yeah.
not on the river. They had
No.
like a
Craig was
hockey
at that
rink.
one.
Outdoor rink.
Yeah, there's a lot of communities that do it. There's one in South Mankato. Centerville tries to do it. But it just depends in the States a lot how the winter is going because it's been pretty warm. Did it up in Duluth a couple years ago in the harbor. But
Was there another question
there
that
is.
I saw there?
Chelsea, where are you playing next? And you go, girl. Good luck. From
you.
Deborah.
I'm fly out of here tomorrow straight to Thunder Bay for
Well, not straight to.
well, not straight to, but I don't go home in between. That's what I meant by that. To Thunder Bay for the Tour Challenge.
Oh, and Dave answered me right. 64 team Super Bowl Spiel in Port Arthur.
All right.
Whoa.
What's Catlin doing here?
Thinking he's trying to chisel that top red out of there maybe, but I think he needs to curl.
Maybe give it a little positive handle and or a little heavy, but just carried straight.
So,
Craig, did you have any kids when,
we
or
had a tree,
kids
but
when
I'm
you were
just not
growing
sure
up?
which
Did you have any
side.
pets when you were growing up?
This actually doesn't.
I had 2 cats,
What were the
that
names?
doesn't help us at all. though,
Trouble
because, like,
and
this
Dusty.
is-
In trouble?
Well,
Right?
no, it
I
helps
like
us
it.
in that it cuts the scoring area down.
Chelsea?
So it makes it so that they're gonna have a hard time.
I had
Right, so I
two
think
cat,
we're
not at the
looking
same
at the
time.
top.
We
What
had
about we
listen
all
to
sorts.
Lecter
I'm
instead?
Oh,
more of
come
just saying,
on,
like,
okay.
if
All sorts when I was little,
this
and
might
then
be the side
Willow
to play,
when I was a little older.
That's an okay
Yeah.
plan B. And actually, you know what? Also, because if I'm here, we got that.
Right.
We don't
That's
want.
what I'm thinking. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's easier for them to draw for 2 on this side, but this is a setup side for us.
And I can leave it. I can leave it here.
Okay, sorry, Chelsea. What kind of pets?
And honestly,
Cats,
if you end
2
up
cats.
taking
2
that
cats.
top 8 one and splitting them with one of it,
Giving
that's
ourselves
okay
an angle
too.
on both. Yeah.
Now you just
I
got
agree.
chickens. A couple dogs.
My roommate does have a dog.
All right, I've got 2.
I got all kinds of animals, man. I
So
got
Petting zoo.
I haven't played
Kids.
with
4 chickens, 2 sons,
don't think
2
I think
dogs.
it's 95
and a
zero,
goldfish.
so same
I
way
think
just
the same way you just threw with this rock will be good.
Named after a striker from the French World Cup winning team.
We.
little inside edge.
Yeah, it's straighter on this side, but not so bad.
They definitely get a lot piled up in the center behind the
And
guard.
Anything like touching any of those stones is okay.
Yep.
If he can make the corner freeze on this yellow, I'm calling it.
You're calling it?
I'm calling it.
You're
Game.
just gonna
Looks
go.
like-
Okay, go then. On my help.
Game. Blouses.
Would you like some flapjacks?
Yeah, you gotta go for line.
It looks
too.
light,
yeah, it's
though.
Really light.
Way light. Says
Wait,
Monica.
Let's try to whip this up. Oh. Okay.
Well,
Having a 2-rock advantage coming into this last end, though,
Yeah,
is
we can get there.
going to be nice.
What'd you get on that?
15-2.
15-2, so it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
And it's straight, fairly straight here, I think.
They
Not
got
too
some
bad.
good movement. I
Okay.
think they took close to here.
15-2, but it was light and it was full swept and. I'm
Can't
not
really
sure.
base their rock off
We're
that
looking
last
for like
time.
No, I think-
14-3?
Yeah, 14.5 is probably close too.
All right, I like that number better.
They were just talking about what they got on that rock. I don't think he was
Yeah.
saying that he was going to throw a 15-2. It was just a
Yeah.
reference point, so you got to give at least 6 feet more than that.
And that reference time is talking hog to hog.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'll hear
Line's good right now.
3
Big low,
main.
yep, yep,
Monica
yep,
and them
line,
talk about
line.
splits, but
Yeah, line.
but
Speed,
Catlin and
hard.
Shannon don't.
Hard. Hard. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah. Try and get it
No,
behind
no. Gotta get by it.
Well, it's a little behind.
Yeah.
A little better than nose. What kind of weight?
Pretty solid, I think. You've got all of it. I think peel. You have enough of it, Alice?
We ever freeze? No, because they'll still have the draw on the other, right? I like this.
Yeah, I think like even if you just push this, that's okay.
So back 4 weight, or no, they're throwing.
They're throwing
No,
hit.
it's
real
just-
heavy.
Yeah, they're throwing peel.
I like this call. I would hit.
I agree. I think it's especially if the draw weight's a little bit tricky. You just saw, you know, they came up quite light on the last one and that kind of thing. So I think you got to cut your losses here 2 up. I think this is the call.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Stays straight as an arrow out there.
Ooh, so the only problem with that now, Catlin might be able to make a roll under and get
To get their 2 set.
to get half to 2/3 under, and then they're going to be in good shape to possibly get a 3. I mean, Monica would be looking at only a half of a yellow rock,
It'd be a lot of
or
running.
less.
Same ice, probably fine. A hair less, feet less.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at a freeze here.
I don't think I like that call. I think a freeze is
Looks
fine.
like a lot.
This is what
I don't
gave
think
ya.
a freeze is the best way to get 3 and win the game.
It's just hard to get. I don't mind the freeze if getting second shot was easy, but I don't think it is. You have to be
Mine's
pretty perfect
good.
to be second and frozen.
close.
So if you are second and frozen, then it's
Yep,
great
mine's
because they
really nice.
can't really do much
Yep.
about it. But if you're anything
around.
but that, you
Wait's there.
probably give up
Wait's
and then
good.
give them an out to kill one of your yellows.
Coming down.
Got a curl right now.
Okay.
Yep. Hard. Yeah, just get to the inside of this. Yep, 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 yep.
Don't think you could have made it any better than that.
No.
I don't think so either, but it's still a pretty easy shot for
Yeah.
Monica to get rid of one of the yellows.
Smash that hard on the wide side, and that
Yeah.
yellow on the button should go.
If, on the other hand, Catlin throws makes a hit and roll right to it,
As long as your nose or better, you make it.
Yeah, that's what I meant by
Nose will
second
still get
shot
that
because it
step
had to
out.
kind of curl too much to be second.
You don't want to be nose, but you
I
can.
know. I can't be no.
But not allow them to do.
Yeah.
You kind of couldn't get both out of it. If that red rock was a little deeper or something, and you could have frozen for second shot and not allowed this option, then I don't mind it. But where it was sitting, I agree with you. I think if the hit and roll was your chance for the 3 there.
Yep. All right, we might get an extra end anyways. Might be a 5-end final instead of a 4-end final.
Am I on it yet?
Yep. You've got a piece.
So Alex might be able to sweep this thing. No.
Go, go, go. Sorry. There's too
I
many
should have
jobs.
blasted.
It's a pretty good result.
All right, drawing for 2 in the tie and an extra end in this 4-end, scheduled for 4-end final.
Madtown double down.
All right. So yeah, give me a 14-5.
Okay.
No new questions on the
Bit
YouTubes.
outside edge.
Yep.
No new questions?
No new questions.
A little heavy right now.
The hair, but it's
Okay,
a
we
little
can
wider.
come off the red.
It's a little wider. Yep. If you're going off the red, yep.
How's
Oh,
line?
yep. How's the weight?
Weight's good.
Okay, got a curl.
Pretty good.
Looking pretty good.
Shot. Oh man, that's the last
He's complaining about having to play an extra end in a 4-end game.
Let's play him back this way.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
So they are going to play a full fifth.
Yeah, it's a little, a little more to our advantage if the draw combines because we just threw draws all in.
I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
So they're going to bring him down, shoot back towards the glass. Here at the Madtown Double Down in Madison, Wisconsin, brought to you by Line and Kugels, Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey, VoIP Defender, Modus Financial, Gruber Law, Steve's Curling Supply, Black & Decker, George Foreman Grill, the Malt House, and Angelo's here in Monona and McFarland. Craig, what do you think of the event so far?
Seems like a great event. First year here for the Madtown Double Down. Great turnout, good sponsors, lots of people watching, lots of great players playing.
And had some trivia and had karaoke. It's been a lot of fun, too.
I missed trivia night. How was that?
It looked like it went pretty well. There wasn't a ton of people playing because a lot of people had to leave. But, you know, the serious people went home early. But it sounded like trivia was going pretty good. So Walker's going to get the hammer here in this extra.
Okay, one more end. We can do it.
Let's just do out. I just threw
Okay,
it.
sure, yeah. Probably don't need quite as much ice.
Right.
Close, though. A little less weight.
Yeah. Mine's good. It's really nice. You got some room right now if you can finish. It's really hanging out there.
Yeah, this game usually is 8 ends. They're playing 4 ends just because they have issues with flights, so they need to get done a little bit earlier.
I took quite a bit less. I'm surprised it didn't.
But yeah, still the full-blown final.
Really?
They have just elected between themselves to play a few ends less.
Right?
Yeah, it's just like back 8, back 12 weight.
I'm going to go, I think, mid 8 foot.
Okay.
There's some kids here today. You can hear that.
I don't think it's mine.
Yeah. No, I don't either.
Maybe it's Chelsea's kids.
Yeah.
It's
Chelsea,
back
how
one.
many kids did you bring this week?
Mine's good.
Oh, you know, well, I have so many of them.
Yeah.
I have to narrow it down.
I just got stickers on them and write their names so you don't forget them.
Exactly. Gotta label them.
Finish if you can.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, it's a great push.
Another inch of curl would have been.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get
Would've
a
been
little
great, but-
inside, but it's
Just
pretty
roll
good.
in, like,
It's a
I
good
think we
spot
got
for it,
back,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, the nice
Yeah,
thing about
okay.
not getting buried is that you can use it if they don't. But
Yeah.
it looks like they're going to make a play on it. But if they were to throw what Shannon originally called there, that in-turn draw, then you have access to that
Try
red
get
rock
a
and you
hair
can tap
inside.
it or run it.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's good.
Got a curl. Still got a curl.
It's really good.
Still, it's not doing anything.
It's hanging out.
I don't know.
It's not even going to get up to the nose.
Okay.
No, on that side, on a lot of the sheets,
Thought
it's
you were
been a
a
lot
little-
straighter.
like not
You gotta
that.
throw sweeping rocks. You gotta throw sweeping weight if you want
Just straighten up.
to go where you want.
When you have to tight, like I was saying to John partway through one of our games, you got to tight ice yourself, and you can actually back it up a lot with sweeping.
Oh yeah.
Shannon threw one in our semifinal against them. Catlin backed it up like 2 feet. And so you got to tight ice yourself because you know you have that option. But if you're waiting for it to curl, it's never going to.
No, there's a lot of movement. It's sweeper's paradise right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a lot of the rocks are staying pretty darn straight on north side of the sheet. The left side.
I was gonna
Away
say
from the left side, away from the glass.
Yeah, left side as we look at it from back here.
North side. What are you talking about, man? It's west. Or left.
That's north.
North is
No.
that way.
No.
Get out your compass, brother.
I'll get out my compass.
I can't even see what I'm going.
Straight toward sheet 2 from here. This is number 2 sign.
So we're looking. I'd say west northwest, which means
No.
that's north.
No. We are either looking dead north or slightly northeast.
Yeah, we're looking east. It's east, definitely.
We're going to stop talking about this right now. Ty's an idiot.
Our viewers
He
are
thinks
riveted by the conversation right now.
The
Stay
sheet
close,
1
yep.
side of the sheets, Ty thinks are a little straighter than the sheet 6
You got a
sides
little room.
of
Oh, yeah, keep
sheets.
going. Yep, yeah, on
I
it.
think he's crazy,
Hard.
but whatever.
Hard. Hard.
I mean, you can have your
Hard, you got
opinion.
it.
They're
I think
wrong,
it's-
but
Hard, keep going. Right to it.
It's just people throwing their out turns and they're wide.
yeah, yeah, just like I said. I'm a welder, so.
Just smash this thing, huh? Chels, what do you think?
Yeah, so you're saying hit
Yeah,
this,
I think
right?
so.
I think so. Like, it's just a hair off nose.
Wait, what?
Like this way?
To do what?
Just open.
Oh, it's more than a hair off nose, though.
Can't hit it too
I don't
thin.
think it's that bad. Yeah.
But it goes with, like,
Half
because
a
the
rock.
one thing, if we just kiss it, it will move this, and we don't.
Yeah.
We don't
Yep. Yep.
So I think half rock is.
Okay.
Even less than half
And I
a
even
rock,
think
can get
a
away
third
with.
makes it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I think a third is what I would be aiming for.
Yes.
Yeah, because with
I
the
agree.
half, I think it's going to run into that.
I think it's still touching the red.
Yeah.
Like you could make this with a quarter. Like Craig, I mean, you almost can't hit it too thin.
You can't hit it too thin, really. I mean, you throw it hard, 2 inches.
Armand. Harmonica.
Well, that was a
Sorry,
peach.
I'm not gonna catch
Yeah, that's
Think
pretty
single
good.
shot just-
it.
Looked like you hit about a quarter to me, and it's
Yeah,
still-
Yeah.
no,
I mean,
that
it's stuck in the house, but that doesn't really matter to you right now.
no. I
Yeah,
think
it's pretty much the same weight.
definitely the thinner was the better.
Yeah.
That half rock talk was a bit silly.
Yeah.
We do that. They might just go. Because this
Okay,
freeze is
same
really
shot.
hard. So you're playing the tap?
So,
Okay.
from a hair light, we freeze.
Okay, a little bit of room right now.
Weight's pretty
Stay
good.
close. Yep. 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 Hard for line. Yep.
Weight's good.
Okay, well, easy. Easy.
It's got a hook. It's got to get real close to nose here to be good.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Oh,
yep,
there it
yep,
goes.
Yep. Yep.
Waited a long time, but as soon as it got, on the center line, it really started to dive over.
I'm not sure you could have made it much better than that.
No.
Well, I'm actually thinking we might want to.
And put that 5 and then that 7 and go out, and then they've got to freeze here. and
Well,
then
so
we've got-
one thing, I think actually this one's an easier way to make that.
Well, but you. Oh, you're thinking this way?
Yeah. So if you just clip that.
Yeah, I like same idea.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah.
This they might both go.
That's true. Yeah, I agree.
Which is okay.
Yep. No, I agree. Yeah.
Might be better
Here.
Yeah.
if they both go, but it's harder to get
Yeah, and I
make
like
sure you
that
get the
'cause then
yellow
the
out.
one on the center line's
Yeah,
gone.
I think this is the more obvious way to play, just because
Either way, with regardless of
goal
which
A is
stone
to
it
kill
is,
the yellow, and
Yeah.
like, they can't. We'll
easier
still
to
have
do it
space.
this way.
Okay.
Plus, I don't know
Okay.
that draw weight is
That's me.
necessarily a guarantee either. So if they both go, then you're going to end up throwing a draw to win.
The only problem with playing it this way, though, is you're going to leave the one that's currently
trying to hit
shot
it.
rock. You're going to leave there pretty much
Okay.
no matter what. And if
I'm just gonna give you that for broom.
Shannon ends up making a good freeze,
Can't get in here.
you're not really going to have much to play with for your last rock.
Yeah, if her freeze is perfect.
If it's, yeah.
The nice thing about it is that you leave the red up there with catchers on the yellows at the back. So
True.
if it freezes anything but perfect, you can blast it and in theory be fairly risk-free.
Yep.
You got that one? Thanks. Good.
Oh,
Really good.
that was perfect.
Yeah, couldn't have worked out any better than that, I don't think.
Okay, so I was giving you here for the tap. I'll
Because now
probably myself
they
with-
shortened up the distance between those red ones, so that if they blast, it's even less likely that the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
red
I just think it's straight
goes
down
out of
so much,
play.
and that's why
Almost
we
a guarantee that it
rewind,
sticks.
like,
So
so many times.
this freeze has to be dead perfect on the nose, or else the blast, I think, is pretty makeable.
So it's just like a sliver heavier than the normal spot. Did you get one on mine or no?
13.
Yeah. So like 14.2, suppose?
Yeah.
Middle of 8-ish?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
So it's Team Bouchard's last stone of
Mine's good
the
right now.
end
Got a little bit of room.
in the extra.
of the game.
Mine's really good. Yep. Okay, you got room, girl. Okay, close. Yep, yep.
Got to get there. Dying a little bit on him, maybe.
Hard!
Definitely.
Line is perfect.
Hard!
Oh, great shot.
Great shot.
That is
That
nearly
is-
perfect.
Looks like there's about 3 to 4 inches of space between it and the back.
Turn it up. Let's hear what they have to say.
I think it's actually the other way.
Okay.
I think it comes. Yeah. I mean, so the reason I like this, it's a hair on that side right now,
Yeah,
and you'll just clip it, and it'll.
yep. Okay, yeah. Here. Feel. Even, I like a little less.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little less still.
Yeah, a little less.
All right, throwing rocket weight.
Just rip it. Anything half or less should be fine, huh?
I think so, yeah. I think that red goes straight back. If anything, it should drag it even more onto the nose of that
Right.
back red. So I don't think you can hurt yourself by hitting this high side.
Yeah, definitely enough space where it's going to get a little bit of drag out of it.
I would, yeah. I mean, thinner the better. You can't.
Yeah, you could straight pick it, really. Like, I mean, it's hard to do, but
It's still an option.
It's not very much
Yeah.
ice, so she's planning on this either not moving at all or coming back just a little bit with the release.
an interesting without a sweeper. Like, this is the ice I would take if I had
Yeah.
somebody sweeping it. It's close, though.
Stay out there.
There it
for
is.
the win.
Team Walker over Bouchard in the extra end in the Madtown double down final.
Nice shot.
Brought to you by Line and Kugels, Fireball helping us out this weekend. So VoIP Defender, Modus Financial, Gruber Law, Steve's Curling Supplies, Black & Decker, and the George Foreman Grill, the Malt House, and Angelo's
Your body language.
helping out this
Angelo.
game.
Angelo's. Thanks for joining us, Chelsea.
Yeah, we had a good time this weekend.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming to the
having me.
spiel, and thanks for hopping on the broadcast with us.
My pleasure.
Curling Network brought you this broadcast. Check it out online. We had a great time this weekend. Thanks for joining us. It was a great event. Put it on your calendar for next year because definitely going to do it again. I'm Ty. Thanks to Craig, Chelsea, Joel for doing the cast. And we'll see you next time.